This morning I'm with Wallaby great Toutai Kefu, and we're talking rugby from yesterday, and there's lots to talk about. Good morning to you, but
Good morning.
yesterday's game, the way I saw it, is the only game I have seen of the series live, including the Manu Samoa games. But I thought that you had a chance to win the game yesterday. Is that how you saw it?
Yeah, there was definitely some moments there in the second half. I think maybe one was at around 20-minute mark and the 15-minute mark left to go on the clock. I thought if a few things went our way, I thought we were a chance to get close anyway.
Because you had a lot of disadvantages in the game yesterday, not only by your own team's self-made mistakes. There were many of them. Though you had the wind against you in the first half. 20 minutes of the game you played with 14 men, yet still with 20 minutes to go you were still within reach. So to me that was the incredible thing. What happened in the leadership out there? Let's talk about the first half. Was there leadership on the field for the team?
Well, our captain came off after about 15-20 minutes. He did his ACL nearly last two, so that's going to have effect on any group when your captain does go off. But we still got players there who are in the leadership group. Tane, the halfback, Sione Kalamafoni,
Yes.
the number 8. So I think there's always that bit of shock when the captain does go off, but the boys have just got to get together, regroup, and reset, and focus on the next thing to do.
Because Sione, being part of that leadership group, actually did one of the worst mistakes of the game.
Yeah.
Late in the second half, when you were within reach of the game, well, you had control of the game at that point. 5-metre scrum, you were on the ascendancy. He picked the ball up instead of keeping it in the scrum.
Yeah, look, I don't think it's Sione's fault. I think he got a call from behind to pick and go.
Okay.
So that call came from either the backs or the half-backs. So look, in hindsight, the better option was to keep it in, especially when we had a more dominant scrum. But at the time, it probably wasn't the worst decision. But in hindsight, there was probably one better.
Right. Let's go back to the first half. Right. The end of the first half was 23 points to 3 to Manu Samoa. They had the lion's share of possession. They had the wind. They had a lion's share of mistakes in their favour, and so on. And they were leading 23-3, turning around in the second half with 20-point deficit with the wind behind you. What was in your thinking at the end of the first half going into the second half?
I was actually quite confident of reeling the score in. Look, my simple message was obviously those turnovers. To address those, we needed to keep the ball, build some phases, and because we had the win, we wanted to look at opportunities to play territory. So those were the three things that we needed to address. And I was confident of reeling that score back, but I just didn't think we had time to. We didn't have opportunities to play a little bit, and when we did play, Samoa defended really well. We tried to play out of our own half sometimes, but Samoa defended that really well. So look, the way we wanted to play didn't eventuate, but in saying that, the first 40 minutes probably didn't go against us. Well, the first 40 minutes wasn't the best, but if we look overall at the tour, we played a lot more better football than we did. So that's a big positive for us. The game just didn't eventuate. It was a stop-start affair, and for us, we want to play a up-tempo game.
Yeah. There are a lot of positives that I saw from the sideline. For one, you played at tops 15 minutes rugby yourself, where you were on top, if that. And in those minutes, 10-15 minutes, Tonga looked unbeatable in the forwards. Is that something that you have hope for the future of Tongan rugby to build on?
Yeah, definitely. That's the type of rugby we want to play with, that hustle and bustle and up-tempo, quick ball. We're not always going to get that naturally, but we need to generate that whenever the game's not going against us. And you need fit players to do that. And we're in a bit of a rebuilding stage in terms of players and staff. So considering over the last 3 weeks, I think it's been a little bit of a win for us. And we're heading in the right direction.
Yes, because you're talking about the entire tour now.
Yeah.
Against Fiji, you were 15-0 up in the first half. Against Georgia, well, easily could have won that with some things going your way. And yesterday, of course, you were in the running. Well, what are other positives? I mean, those are massive positives for a team on the rebuild and with less resources than most sides.
Yeah, we have our own issues off the field, which do affect the team at times. But the boys are great. They band together. They're a tight group, and there's that honour and privilege of putting on the red jersey that they really come out to play. There was some massive issues putting the team together, and also trying to get some preparation. And our preparation was largely affected. I think we only had 2 or 3 training sessions before the Fijian game, and we had players still coming into camp. So, and to be honest, the players are in terrible shape.
What's that from?
Look, I just think the Tonga mentality. I think they're happy to just cruise along. I really don't think we've got to get a mindset where they've just got to try and improve every day. And when you're a professional athlete, you're fit 24/7. There is no off season. So I was a bit disappointed with that, and we'll address that. But also, we were missing a lot of players.
Yes.
For example, the props that we had play for us, that's not our 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th choice.
Is that right? Yeah.
But in saying that, the guys that came in did a fantastic job, and my expectation wasn't too high at the start of the tour.
Right.
And to almost go close and win 2 games is a huge credit to the players.
Right. So, where to now for Tongan rugby? You sound very positive for the future. What's your commitment to the team?
Look, at the moment, I'm just signed a 1-year contract. There's a bit of unsureness about the governance level, so we'll sit back and see what happens and what pans out there. Look, for me, we'll review this 3 weeks, and we'll look straight away towards the scheduling of the November European tour. So we'll look at players, we'll look at our schedule, who we're playing and where we'll camp. With our team, and I suppose with all Pacific Island teams, we need to spend more time together. We just don't have.
So you'll be there for the end of year tour?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you, at the moment, if I can ask, are you contracted by World Rugby or by Tongan Rugby?
Or at the moment, my contract is with the TRU, but I am remunerated by World Rugby.
Because that's one of the big issues, of course, with your team and all Pacific teams. Every now and again, the well is dry and boys aren't being paid and so on.
Yeah,
was that an issue in this tour?
Yeah, it was an issue with this tour. Not only players, but staff were left wandering. But all that has been sorted out now. And I think with World Rugby, we can't generate our own income. I mean, Samoa, I look around at the after-match function. They got a lot of sponsors. We don't have any at the moment. So we're 100% dependent on World Rugby. So we're going to always have those issues with remuneration and the timing of remuneration. So we understand that, but the boys stick together and they get through it.
And so, of course, that's one of the big things for Pacific nations is to attract Tier 1 games. That's not going to happen with resources like that for the TRU.
Yeah, no. So we understand that. So we understand we need to get our own backyard sorted in terms of extra income. I think the biggest thing we need to get to fix is a home ground, and that's been a problem. I think once we can get playing some home games, we can then attract some sponsors.
Now, with your own, this contract or this commitment is part-time. What are you doing for the rest of your time?
So at this point, I'm going to be head coach of one of the teams in the NRC.
Okay.
So that starts after the Super Rugby.
Yes.
I'm also involved with the school, and they've been pretty flexible. I've been able to come in and out. I don't coach. I just do some off-field stuff for them. And also...
This is in Australia?
In Australia.
Yep.
And also I'm involved with, hopefully my name's in there for a role, hopefully with the Reds next year. There's a bit of uncertainty with the coach. From what I hear, they're going to name a coach within the next month, and then hopefully there may be a role open up underneath that. So, but it's all speculation now.
Now, of course, this is a month of rugby, and we've seen a whitewash against Australia by the mighty English.
Yeah.
What's happening there?
Oh, geez, I think England have always been a sleeping giant.
Yes.
And they've just needed a coach who can.
Your old coach, Eddie Jones. Yes.
Give him some self-belief and train him hard, and it looks like. They've reacted to the way Eddie coaches. He's a great coach. He gets the best out of players.
So is it something that you would like to emulate yourself with the Tongan team?
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
I think it's a little bit easier for Eddie with a lot more resources within his reach. But we have our issues, but we'll get there. Yeah, definitely want to take this team. Our goal is that 2019 Rugby World Cup, and obviously the quarterfinals is our long-term goal.
Right, so next year the return match is a crux match for qualification, of course. Will that be, the game will be in Tonga, hopefully, with the stadium?
I don't think our stadium will be ready, so obviously we're going to have to play away again.
Okay.
But we need to win both games to finish first and second.
Likely in Auckland?
Auckland would be better for us.
Yes.
Probably our second home game.
That's right.
But look, really, with the home ground advantage taken away, it doesn't really matter. I think as long as we get some good preparation time,
right.
we'll be fine.
Yes. All right, Toutai Kefu, thank you very much. Coach of Tonga, Ikale Tahi Tonga, and also Wallaby great. Thank you for the interview this morning.
Well,
yeah.